We gon' smoke, and we gon' eat. We roll weed, but we lay up all seas. We roll weed,
Happy Monday, guys. What's up?
we gon' smoke, and we gon' eat. We roll weed,
Give me 1 second.
weed, but we lay up all seas.
Trade off. I didn't answer, they sent a note. I got my dance up, not feeling broke. Top of the sand, I'll demand a boat. Show off the gifts in my sand coat. I'm not concerned what they may say. I'm way too certain that they pay. Told all the time to stay safe. Same niggas hope that I make mistakes. I don't perform for the bank. I do this art form to be sane. Feel I like fruit. Grande truth. You got the boot. I'm not amused. Yeah. Real life too. I've been debating about a book always. That's why I've been waiting on this cush all day. Put up, wait, when I say it, make me feel like
Happy Monday, guys.
I'm not crazy, I just went some wrong ways. Fall back, did the same thing, don't you hear it calling? I got faith, when I make it, I'll remember all this. That's a fact, when I'm faded, I still keep it solid.
When we roll weed, we roll weed. We gon' smoke, and we gon' eat.
Happy Monday, everybody. What's going on? I hope everybody's New Year is going better than Trump's. Whew. It's a lot to unravel. There is a lot to unravel. But before we get into any of that, happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody's chilling. Despite the war stuff. If any of you guys aren't caught up, Iran is pretty mad at us. Trump, I don't know how he spent his New Year's, but everybody else was toasting, and he was literally planning a missile attack. We woke up hungover. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in good mood, talking about it was about to be my year. And then the whole timeline was like war. It's like, what? World War II. I don't know why I pictured bayonets, those big ass guns with the knives on them, and redcoats. But I feel like for some reason there's going to be redcoats in this war. And now Trump got 80 mil on his head. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having enough money to save your country or save somebody's country, just resting on your orange shoulders? I don't know how to feel about that. I don't want nobody to cut out none of this and send it to CNN like, oh, he's talking about assassinating Trump. I would never. There's some crazy niggas out there, man. There is some crazy niggas out there. How you guys feeling about everything? How y'all feeling about us being in potential war? Here's the great part, though. The internet is taking it, in my opinion, very well. I feel like the best way is to just laugh through the pain. Everybody's scared, but everybody's also making hilarious memes. And it's like, what do y'all want us to do? Just be scared and, in a bomb shelter, just waiting? Or should we just, get your life together? So you don't know what's gonna happen. Go to work, do your shit, get home, eat some good food, kiss your baby, pet your dog. Just live your life. I don't know where to dump these. I'm gonna just dump these right here for now. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. So sometimes you gotta just be silly. That's why I'm making so many World War III so much content. It's like, yeah, I just get blurry. But it's like, yeah, like it's literally the biggest thing going on in the world right now. And that viral clip of the that guy in Iran saying there's no beef with us, the people, it's just with the government. Old. That was a year old. Calmed me down for half a day. We don't know what's about to happen. And here I am in a major city being dumb. Gotta laugh through the pain. Gotta laugh through the pain. How you guys feeling about it? It's a new year. This was very abrupt news, I would say. How's everybody taking this? Somebody said they in New York. It's not a good place to be. Not a good place to be. Houston. Okay. Everybody from major cities is speaking up. Yeah, let me be right back. Also, the biggest thing was like, nigga, when did all of this happen? This shit was the most. Well, I guess CNN ain't supposed to be like, hey, we're about to do this. And then a bomb drops, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so random. It was just like, wait, what happened? Houston ain't a major city? Like how there was just somebody who was just upset at the fact that somebody called Houston a major city. You ain't no man. What's your beef with Houston? Houston gave us Drake. In a way. Philly, okay. DC. Mississippi, you might be safe. Everybody in Mississippi is not. Nobody in Mississippi is tripping right now. That's funny. It's a lot. I don't know, like, am I supposed to be buying water and beef jerky right now? Because like this is just how the internet feels about it in a nutshell. Literally what I'm doing right now. It's like, war? Oh no. You should roll a blunt. Jordan faced the American flag. It's really sad. I'm wondering, like, what is the plan? What's the plan, guys? Like, I want to know what their plan is. Because how ironic, I pick up a magazine called Air and Space. It's where all the missiles are. That's where all the whistles are. The whistles and missiles. Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing right now. I don't really know, like, if this whole recruitment thing is actually going to happen. If so, it sucks for you young niggas. Man. But at the end of the day, it's like there's actually people already being deployed. And that's the worst part. It's just like, you know, yeah, we're making jokes on this side, but all of our people who are serving are being deployed out there. They're kissing their families bye, and they might not ever see them again. So that's really the worst part. That's the worst part about all this. So, you know, yeah, hopefully we're safe here at home base, but they're going to the danger. And sadly, when these Iranian soldiers see them, they're going to take out their beef with Trump on these soldiers, and it's not going. It's just so unfortunate. Drew P, appreciate you, man. You just gave me a Red Bull. I do think that people who voted for Donald Trump should be enlisting first. But I also know that that's not reasonable. So the people who are saying World War III is not going to happen, why? Why do you think that? Because we literally just killed a war general. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Why do you guys think it's not going to happen? Because I know you guys are probably more well-versed to talk about this than I am. That's why I try to keep these conversations very surface level, because I'm not too into politics, you know? But when stuff like this happens, I do my research and catch myself up. And it's not looking good. It might not be as black and white as, like, you know, a civil war, how we're making it seem online, but it ain't gonna be good. All right, let me hear what y'all talking about. Because I think we've been fighting them for a couple of years already. If they're going to do it, why wait until now? The assassination, that's why. World War III can actually happen, but it needs to be more countries willing to thump with America and its allies. Yeah, that's a whole big thing. Like, we have to see who's siding with who also. Because if they get that Russian support, that ain't good. That ain't good. I ain't gonna say that Russia's probably one of the only ones that be spooking America. The Simpsons would have predicted it by now. That's true. It probably will, because the treaty Iran and Russia signed, if Russia gets involved, which they probably will, we're screwed. Oh, shit. Why you say probably? Damn it. Russia already unofficially supports them, and China too, but I doubt they will ever officially support them. Man, I hope not. Because China got the technology and Russia just got the numbers. That's a pretty good team. That is a pretty strong team we would be fighting. I know I'm supposed to be like uplifting on here. But like I said, my full circle, my whole point wasn't to run under a bomb shelter. Like, you know, I don't want everybody to be scared. Just, you know, live your life. Live your life. If you wanted to do XYZ in 2020, keep on doing that until otherwise. And we all know what otherwise means. It's when you look outside and there's nothing there. That's otherwise. But it's Monday. You know, I know I said that these things were going to be on Sunday. But if they don't happen on Sunday, then I'm gonna show up on Monday. I'm gonna show up either way. Yeah, I just want to. I like just talking to you guys at the top of the week, so that everybody goes into their work week, whatever you guys do, you know, however you guys are feeling, and you guys just go into it confidently. And you know, if there's anything on your chest, we could talk about it in here. And if not, you could just watch it for something to do. And boy, is there a lot to talk about all the time. Because there's that the one I really wanted to talk about was the Florida man that woke up to an intruder sucking on his toes. There's also a Wu-Tang affiliated rapper who cut off his own penis, and then he got married. And then another in the Florida lane, a Florida couple was arrested for selling tickets to heaven. So that's just what we're talking about. A lot of Florida. There's some penis in there, some heaven, and some toe sucking. It's a pretty good day, right? This is a pretty good way to hang out at the top of the week. Let me just stop real quick. I saw Tiana Trump. Every Trump go fight this war. Donald, Elena, and fuck it, Tiana Trump too. Don't send her out there. So she is an American treasure. Protect Tiana Trump at all costs. Hey, super casual boom. You done gave me a smoothie. Threw me a smoothie. Said war is a select few making everyone else do their dirty work. Yep. Which is tragic because they sold out their own soldiers like disposable toys. Yeah, there are missions where the top commanders know that the soldiers are going to go in there and die. It's really it's really sad sometimes. They treat soldiers like pawns. And yeah, man, pray for our people over there, man. They gonna need it. But they are well trained. You know, at the end of the day, America gets down. I hate the fact that we at war, but it's not like we don't believe in our troops. They be doing their shit. Historically, America gets down. Rihanna need to release her album before I be with Iran and fuck her little ass up. I don't know what that meant. Hey, Hare Jones, appreciate it. Another smoothie. Speaking of tickets to heaven, I love you and everything you do. Oh, I didn't even expect that. Saturday 1/4 was my B-day. Shout me out. Hey, happy birthday. Happiest of happy birthdays. I hope you celebrate yourself completely. All right, let's get into this weird shit. Let's get into this weird shit, guys. Let's start with these tickets to heaven. We might as well. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me turn myself up. All right, so the headline is great, but you and Kev on stage are live at the same time. He copied me. He didn't go on live until he saw my notification. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go live too." But check this out. The headline is great, but the story just keeps getting better and better. Okay, so the headline is Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven. Listen to this. A couple in Florida, Tito and Amanda Watts, were arrested a few days ago for selling golden tickets to heaven to hundreds of people. Hundreds. They sold the tickets on the street for $99.99 per ticket and told the buyers they were made from solid gold and that each ticket reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. Simply present the ticket at the pearly gates and you are in. The fact that God would sell tickets at the door, like what would money be up there? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me not input my own opinions. Tito Watt said in his police statement, "I do not care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold. And it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and told me to sell them so that I can get some money to go to outer space." I'm going to read that again. I do not care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold. And it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and told me to sell them so that I can get the money to go to outer space. The idea of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, saying, "Meet me behind the KFC." I met an alien named Stevie. This is all the same breath, by the way. There's nothing between. This is right after the outer space. I met an alien named Stevie who said if I got the cash together, he would take me and my wife on his flying saucer to his planet that is made entirely of drugs. Does that look like? Like the ground itself is drugs? It's like Willy Wonka, but okay. Doesn't sound like a bad place. Depending on the drugs. In their case, it sounds like there's meth everywhere. And that's not okay. Sounds sharp. Planet made entirely of drugs. You should arrest Jesus. Wow, he threw the Lord and Savior under the bus. You should arrest Jesus because he is the one that gave me the golden tickets. I am willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up. I told you the story got good. He said, I am willing to wear a wire to set Jesus up. In her police statement, Amanda Watts said, we just wanted to leave Earth and go to space and do drugs. I like how she was just direct about it. She didn't add in the espionage. She didn't add in the Jesus frame job. She also said, I did not do anything. Tito sold the golden tickets to heaven. I just watched. So she was just like, he's crazy. This was all Tito. Tito said it was Jesus and I will set Jesus up. She was just like, yo, clearly we're on drugs. So he did all that. Send him. She probably heard his story and was like, damn, that does sound kind of dumb. I don't think they're going to believe us. So then she was probably interviewed second and was like, it was him. He's on drugs, clearly. So that was a smart move on her end. She said, yeah, I just watched. Police said they confiscated. Here's the grab. They confiscated over 10 grand in cash. You know what? That wasn't the catch. It keeps going. I didn't even remember this part. They confiscated over $10,000 in cash, drug paraphernalia, and a baby alligator. This is the most Florida story I've ever read in my life. You had tickets to heaven, Jesus selling them behind a KFC, a flying saucer going to a planet made of drugs by an alien named Stevie, framing Jesus, the fact that they were successful enough at all of this to get 10 grand and top it all off with they had a baby alligator. That's a story. That was the most Florida story of all time, I think. What do y'all think of that? I didn't undersell that at all. That really did get crazier as it went on. Here's the other thing. They sold 10 grand worth of heaven tickets at $100 a pop. Who can do that math? What did they buy? Is that 1,000? Did they sell 1,000? Wow. Yes, there was a lot of people who fell for that. So that was two very Florida people selling to a lot of very Florida people. And I'm not trying to shit on Florida. I'm trying to shit on these weirdos in Florida that keep making the news. Although I did hear, and I did no research on this, by the way. I did hear that the reason why the Florida Man headline gets so much attention is because their media laws are more accessible than, I guess, other states. So it's not necessarily that they have the craziest people, which they might. But I think something with their media lets those headlines get out further So we just hear about their craziness more. But that's not to say that, LA doesn't have its crazies. We had the guy who was going around throwing hot shit at people, like hot shit, like really hot. Like it seemed like it was just warmed up. So shout out to Florida. Everybody's talking about my hair. You guys like it? Does it look good today? I don't know if I want to start doing hair videos. I mean, at some point I have to for hair snacks. I still just haven't figured it out. I did not see what city in Florida it was. Pretty Florida, though. Pretty Florida. The craziest thing was like wearing a wire to frame Jesus. If the police, honestly, if I was the chief of police and we had the money, I would do that. I would go through that sting operation just to put it on the books. You know what I mean? How do you pass that up? Like, damn, he's really about to frame Jesus. I got to see this. Meet me behind the KFC in a white van. Is it 100? Is it 100 or 1,000? It's 100, huh? I just can't do math. Sell 100 times 100. Yeah, they sold 100. I thought they sold 1,000. Big B smoking. Threw me a smoothie. He said if they get with North Korea, Russia, or China, we in trouble. We're gonna have to have black people unite. Hopefully it doesn't take a world war for black people to unite, but I feel you. We powerful. We can Wakanda, we can all run to Wakanda and have have their war, their army behind us. Then it don't matter who pull up, if you think about it. Mina Rage said, "Hey Patrick, I'm currently at university and haven't been feeling myself, but your videos are really uplifting. I rewatch your videos all day." Hey, that's really nice of you to say. I hope you get out of your funk. Just make sure you surround yourself with positive people. Watch a bunch of funny stuff, as it seems you are doing. Yeah, and just keep doing you. You can't do anything else. You literally can't. So, do you till you can't. If they said I'm gonna get drafted and have to cut my hair, nah, I'll just come through and just start shitting on myself and saying shit like waffles, and then they'll be like, "This nigga crazy. Get the waffle nigga out of here." Angel Perez, another smoothie, said, "Yo, Pat, it's been a while. I've been back and donated. Thank you." I was the dude that laid off, and you had that Asian girl with you. Just saying, I got a job. We here. Oh, okay. You must be talking about Jade. There you go, man. Full circle. You did it. I know a thing or two about that. So, congrats, man. 2020. You are one of the other people who was about to have a big year, and then all this war shit happened. So hopefully you're not in a main city. Hopefully you got a job in a small town. I'm just kidding. We're gonna be fine, you guys. We're going to be fine. Damn, I just saw a funny comment. Hang on. King Within a Kid said, "Low-key, if Jesus was here today, he'd be called a Florida man. Florida man changes water to wine." Low-key, with some of this stuff, I be thinking about that. Like, if Jesus came back, but it wasn't like the Jesus like iOS update. Like, it wasn't like the latest modern version. It was like he came back same biblical, because every time Family Guy or something silly pictures him coming back, he doesn't come back in like Supreme or like Zara. He always comes back in his own old biblical it seems like it's just a white sheet with sleeves and a rope to make a waist. So if he comes back doing the same, kind of like New Testament type of stuff, he might be like look crazy. I don't know. Things are very, very different. He would need to be updated. He would need to be like Jeff Bezos. He would need to like become the CEO of a company that can really like influence. And then he's like this billionaire person that's like talking to people. Damn, or maybe he would be a social media influencer. Maybe I'm Jesus. Maybe I'm some type of form of Jesus. That's when this starts kicking in. But I wonder, like, it would probably be like a little, like that girl who just made the Time magazine. That girl who's just like, climate change is killing the future. I am the future. She's like 16 years old. She's on Time magazine. There's like waves coming up behind her, but she has like a Hello Kitty. I mean, she ain't that young, but I don't know. What do you guys think? How would Jesus come back? How would Jesus come back? He'd probably be a baby daddy to a chick from the east side of Detroit. That makes no sense. I'm glad you said it, though. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that right into y'all ears. All right. Let's do this. We're already talking about Florida. Let's move on in the Florida lane. So apparently, a Florida man woke up to an intruder, which I am assuming is another Florida man. This dude was sucking on his toes. It says he woke up in the middle of the night to find another man sucking on his toes. He told the sheriff's county, I don't know how I would tell this story. Would y'all tell somebody about this? He says this was in Bradenton. The man was asleep in his bed. He woke up and realized he had an intruder. The man told deputies that he thought that he was being robbed, so he told the intruder he didn't have money. But the man was not there for any money. The intruder told the man he was only there to suck on his toes. That's when the unidentified man punched the accused male and forced him outside. While the two fought, the toe sucker told the victim he had a gun. The man continued to attack the intruder for about 30 seconds before he ran in the house to call 911. After the attack, the toe sucker stomped in the victim's windshield on his car until it broke. And they were unable to track him with the help of the canine. So the toe sucker is still afoot. Does that make sense? Does that joke make sense? Because I thought it was really good. He's still at large. The funny thing is that the dude beat his ass, it seems. It seems like he was like, I don't have any money. He was like, oh, I'm not here for money. And then the dude beat the shit out of him all the way outside. And then the toe sucker got mad. He was like, man, I came here for some toe sucking and got beat up. So he stomped the dude's car in. That's funny. You'd think he'd run away all embarrassed, just like, damn, I can't believe I blacked out and did the whole toe sucking thing again. He was really like, oh, you ain't giving me no toe? Put my toes in your car. Or put my toes through your windshield. How about that? I came back. I broke in here. I didn't want no money. I didn't want no food. I didn't even want no women. I just want man foot in my mouth. I wonder if he like seasoned them a little bit before the dude woke up, because he just said he woke up mid toe suck. He didn't see the prep job. He didn't see like the part where he put a bib on him. Like probably tied a bib up. You know what I mean? Probably put some Old Bay. What would you season if you were a psychopath? What would you season your toes with? Would you use basil? I feel like basil would be straight. Maybe cayenne if you want some hot toes, some spicy toes. Yeah, he did. He did punch him up. Okay, you guys like the still the foot joke? Still got it. Yep, see? I was just talking about that. He probably had sauce and everything. Lemon pepper toes. You got buffalo toes, honey barbecue toes, Chipotle Southwest toes, Hawaiian Asian zing toes. He probably had a whole system. Every house he hit probably had a different sauce. He was like, all right, I'm gonna toss this guy's this guy. He probably staked him out, you know what I mean? He was like, all right, I know the dude's like 6 foot tall, he's an athlete, probably been on his feet all day. I'm gonna like pair that with like I don't know, probably a zesty dry rub, zesty dry Cajun rub, because his feet were probably sweaty. You know what I mean? Or be like, okay, this is a young Asian woman. I'm gonna counteract that young Asian toe taste with like just some straight up like mumbo sauce. You know what I mean? Throw some DC on that Asian foot. It's probably like a whole system. Got some smoke in my eye. Yeah, that got a little much. It's okay. It's okay. It's a safe place. It's a safe place to dump your stupid ass thoughts. I wonder if anybody listening got like low key hungry. Like they're just like, dry Cajun rub on some toes. That does sound good. And then be like, all right, so this dude's kind of big, kind of fat. So he's probably not on his feet that much. So maybe this is like some boneless toes. Maybe this is like the equivalent of having like boneless wings. And then you can see if like some people got bony toes. Those would be like drumettes. And then some people would have like flats. Okay. Now I'm caught up with the comments. These about match what I'm talking about. MG, thank you. Another smoothie. Oh shit, you guys are commenting fast. Oh, wait, let me go back up. My bad, I was about to read you, my G. What's up, Pat? Didn't get a message. You were live. Oh, my bad. Just came from Kev's live and fell into this one. Jacket is on point. And he threw a compliment. Hey, money and a compliment. That's a good Monday. Hilarious. Okay, so clearly I'm at the part where you guys are pitching the seasonings that you think would go with toes. Some of you guys said shake and bake, rosemary, Laurie's, it's pretty universal, minced garlic, strangely specific, cinnamon toes, huh? Okay, going for more of a sweet taste. Pussy juice, that's not appropriate. Barbecue sauce seems messy. Himalayan salt, bougie. Turmeric. Interesting. Parsley. Parsley's good on a lot of stuff. Why is somebody like trying the same joke every second? I see it. It's not funny. Easy IB. Are you named that because people are always just like, all right, easy, bro. Like we heard you. We didn't laugh. Toe curry. Freak. You're disgusting. Teriyaki toes. All right. Let's move on. Eben Flow. Hey, another smoothie. You guys are smoothieing me up today. Iran just found 50 billion barrels of oil 2 months ago under their land. This is why Trump did what he did. So, does it always come down to oil? I feel like it's always about oil. Like when we go electric, what are niggas gonna fight about? If everybody had an electric car, I guess there's a whole bunch of other things that need oil, but this money ain't the root of all evil. Oil is. I feel like they don't even care about the money that it makes. It's just like oil, let's fight. Yeah, I said boneless toes. Someone said that's toe much. It's pretty funny, Jeff. It's about my humor. All right. Are we 40 minutes in? We doing this. Let's do a few more. Oh, okay. So there's a Wu-Tang affiliated rapper. I don't know how he's affiliated. But back in 2014, he had like a mental breakdown, and he cut off his dick, and then he jumped out of a window. Yep, he cut his own dick off, and then jumped out of a window. So here's how I'm gonna relate this to Motivation Monday. He's doing great. Back in 2014, after he cut his dick off, I'm sure he had to tie that knot. But now he tied the knot with his wife, Cheryl. This happened right before New Year's. And here's another thing. His junk was fully functional on their wedding night. I guess they didn't reattach his junk, but he got a regeneration. He got a regeneration. I don't know what that means, but apparently, if you cut your dick off and jump out of a window, it's not the end of the world. You can still get your life together. And I'm pretty sure you guys aren't down at that point yet. So you got a chance. Because this dude got up after, falling however many stories, regenerated another penis, stuck it in another woman, fell in love, and got married. So really, y'all could do anything. That's really the only way to analyze something like that. You guys still aren't over my my toe rant, huh? There's a lot going on. A lot of sauces. A lot of ideas. Super casual boom. Back in this B. Appreciate you. What is $10 again? It's funny that I forget every day. Burrito. Eden gave me a burrito, and I am absolutely going to have one today. Per super casual boom. He said one more thing about war. He's like, yeah, before we go on into this other thing, I have a couple more things to say about this whole war business. Countries settle with Mario Kart. Wish countries settle with Mario Kart. I was like, damn, that is news to me. Winner get bragging rights. Done. Save money, time, lives. Iran screams, FYO Blue Shell, and USB Rainbow Road Biatch. Interesting idea. Unfortunately, it's a really dumb idea. Imagine if your whole country's life was dependent on your president's skill with a banana. Like, it's a horrifying idea, but I feel what you're doing, man. You guys are still pitching sauce for toes. That's pretty funny. You guys are really excited about that. Derek Washington, can you do this segment in a New York accent? First of all, thank you for the smoothie. No, I can't. I'm sorry. It's just not like this isn't like a slot machine that's like, all right, take your shirt off. I don't know how to do that. But appreciate the smoothie. I like that. I like that we turned this guy cutting his dick off into a positive message. I like that a lot. This is, well, you know what? This more has a picture, so I should save this. But real quick, New Year's. There was apparently a orgy with 1,000 people on New Year's Eve, and this dude complained because he brought his family there, and there was an 1,000-person orgy. This was at a DoubleTree, a DoubleTree Hilton in Sacramento, California. So make sure you ask about the events going on in your hotel. Just, you know, just before you bring old little Timmy and little Deborah, because they probably learned a lot that day. It's like, Mom, what is an eightsome? Okay, eightsome? That's a lot of niggas. That is a lot of niggas. There's some type of machine in the back. All right, so I'm going to end with a list of things that I saw. Somebody sent me this. It's basically things to stop in 2020. All right. So I found some use out of this. So I figured I wanted to pass it off. And this is courtesy of something called More Momentum. All right. So I don't know who this is for, but yes, it is for you. Stop skipping the gym. Stop eating like shit. Stop skipping your meditation. Stop the negative self-talk. It's probably the most important one. Stop fucking with people who only half fuck with you. Stop selling yourself short, which people do a lot. Stop avoiding the hard things, which I just did a whole album on. Stop being the victim of your own environment. Stop allowing your emotions to control you. Stop trying to live someone else's dream. And stop being a coward and do something. And that one stings because being a coward, especially not in general, but about something in particular, is something that you always know because you're avoiding that thing. But then when that that word hits you, you're just like, damn, I am being a coward. And then the last one is stop, start over, and let's go. I didn't know how to like transition into that into a cool way, so I ended with the other one. But yes, whoever, if you think that was for you, it was for you. So again, thank you to More Momentum. And this has been another Cloudy podcast. There is quite a bit of you in here. So I hope that message spread and hit a couple people in all the right places. But have an amazing week. It is Monday. Kick the week's ass. Go hop off of this and check out Squadcast if you haven't already. We're talking about, I think what's today? Joker versus Thanos. No Limit versus Cash Money, Cooking versus Postmating. So yeah, that is another pretty funny podcast going on today, and it's featuring the whole squad. So stay tuned, guys. Have a great week. I've never made that sound before.